But let's move on and talk about some numbers. NHPC had reported their Q3 numbers. Margins surely seemed better than expected, but revenue growth was a bit tepid coming in Q3. To understand more about their numbers, outlook of the company going forward as well, we're joined by RK Vishnoi, the CMD at NHPC this afternoon. Mr. Vishnoi, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon on Markets at Noon. I want to start by talking about the generation, which was overall, yes, it was a tepid growth that we saw coming in the generation side, understandably because, of the seasonality factor coming into play. But going forward in Q4 as well as in FY24, what kind of generation growth can we expect to see now?
In the quarter we just closed, the month of December, we are running approximately 3 to 4% more generation in this year as compared to the last year, and we expect to close this year with a similar kind of a growth, about 4% power generation, and in terms of revenue also, we are almost 9 to 10% more than the last year revenue figures numbers. In FY24, we expect to add more capacities, so generation will be much more than what it is this year and last year.
Right. Mr. Vishnoi, this is Ankita also joining in. Now, if you look at your 9-month capex, it has been a bit slow at 4,000 crores versus 8,000 crore for the full year target. Now, do you expect it to ramp up by quarter 4?
Yes, in fact, we have already put a lot of efforts in this direction, and we want to now spend at least 2,600 to 2,800 crores this quarter. We are already on our almost midway of this quarter, and we have spent quite a major portion of that already. In fact, there were certain capex which is planned in the sector of renewable energy, which has not really come up so well. But the hydro sector, which is our core area, there we have been able to get good capex figures. And in any case, we'll be able to close this year with 85 to 90% of target capex. So we'll be improving quite a lot in this particular quarter 4.
So, one more thing that I want to talk about is, when will your Subansiri unit be commissioned by, as well as, could you give us in terms of an update coming in on the operational capacity, let's say by FY24, what would it be at, and any target capex that you have for FY24 as well?
Yeah, Subansiri in fact is the flagship project of our company now, and we expect to commission the first 2 units of this project by June this year. So that'll be in FY24, and then adding up more units at the same project. Total 8 units are there after every 3 months or 4 months period. Now we currently are almost 7 gigawatt company, and as soon as the Subansiri we add this capacity, we'll be adding another 2 gigawatts. So it'll be 9 gigawatt company. Furthermore, we have another project which is almost at a very advanced stage. That is Parvati 2. That also will be completing this coming financial year, FY24. That is 800 megawatt capacity. So it will be almost 10 gigawatt capacity company by the end of FY24.
Right. And Mr. Vishnoi, though there is a slight improvement in receivable trend, debtors continue to be high. Now, can you tell what's the OS Discom dues situation like?
Discom dues situation has considerably improved in the last few months. I would say last 17, 18 months. Thanks to the payment security mechanism which has been put in place by the government, and now if you just ignore the previous dues, say the old historical dues, I think the last 1.5 year, 1 year, there is hardly any dues on the Discoms, and even the historical dues also are being paid by them in equal installments. So very shortly, I think this particular year itself will be all leveled up. So from that point of view, I think the company has no risk as such, and a very robust mechanism is already in place for all the generation companies in the power sector.
Okay, Mr. Vishnoi, thank you so much for joining with us this afternoon on ET Now, giving us your insight on what should we be expecting from the company going forward as well.